Oh no, they got all kinds of stuff. Cakes and cookies.
I think it might have something to do with my shirt.
What? Oh, those are pretty uncomfortable.
Bless you. Wake up, everybody.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call the June 5th, 2017 City Council meeting to order. If everyone would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, and if you would all please remain standing after the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Marco. We would ask for offer our condolences to the Seeley family. William Dale Seeley served as an alderman in the city of Crest Hill for 16 years, from 1975 to 1983. He passed away about 2.5 weeks ago. So to his family, we certainly want to express our condolences to them, thank them for the years of service that their father offered to the city of Crest Hill, the sacrifices that they made. So I would certainly ask that we take a moment of silence in the memory of Dale Seeley, a longtime Crest Hill alderman. Thank you.
Mayor, if I could just say something?
Sure.
Because as a child, he was my alderman where I lived in Crest Hill. I have many, many memories of him working very hard when we had flooding issues and things, and always there when my father called, and what a dedicated public servant he truly was. So my heart goes out to the family.
Okay. Roll call, please, Vicki.
Ray Solomon.
Here.
Glenn Conklin.
Present.
Scott Dyke.
Here.
John Verche.
Here.
Barbara Scolaire.
Here.
Claudia Gazal.
Here.
Tina Oberlin.
Present.
Marco Cola DiPietro.
Here.
Nate Albert.
Here.
Tom Inman.
You have before you the minutes of the May 15, 2017 Crest Hill City Council meeting. Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderwoman Scolaire, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments to the motion in regards to the minutes? Roll call, please.
John Verche.
I'll abstain for that. I wasn't at the meeting.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Cola DiPietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Barbara Scolaire.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, as part of our business promotions this evening, the first one is Mr. Joe Martinek. He's here representing AARP and the Safe Driver course that is going to be held here at the end of this month in the city of Crest Hill. So I would certainly ask Joe to please take the podium for some information for all our residents for this, to sign up for this course. Joe?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Joe Martin, as mentioned, and Mayor mentioned. I live at Crest Hill also. And I'm one of the instructors for the AARP, what's called a Smart Driver course. It's the way it's going to be held at this facility is June 26th and 27th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. each day. What this course is all about is heavily oriented towards the older driver. And what the course focuses on is the possible problems that the elderly have when still driving a vehicle. Focuses on the changes that takes place in the cars, changes in the laws, and the changes in ourselves as far as drivers as we get older. As far as the course goes, it's laid out by AARP in 6 sections. The only requirement for passing the course is to attend both sessions. There is no exam at the end of the course. All those who participate will receive a student manual to take with them. We'll also focus this time on the changes in the laws that have taken place in Illinois in this year. For people who are members of AARP, the cost of the course is $15. For non-members, it's $20. Upon completing the course, each person will receive a certificate that they get a copy to take to their insurance company, and and will receive a discount on their auto insurance. Anybody have any questions about the course at all?
And Joe did approach me a couple weeks ago. He has given this class several times at different locations. He asked for the use of the council chambers on these 2 days to offer the class. The class is for somebody who is not a member of AARP and who is not of senior
Well,
age,
the course is heavily
correct?
oriented towards the elderly, but any licensed driver can attend the course. Here again, I said it's oriented towards people 50 and over.
How long is that course? What
Pardon
is-
me?
How long is that course?
It's 2 4-hour sessions. It's going to be held here 26th and 27th of the month, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. each day. And currently, there's a flyer out there in the lobby describing the course, and I'm going to put up the next day a sign-up sheet for the course. She's asking for a name and phone number. And if anybody needs one of my cards on the person to see about signing up, you can grab one of these very easily. The course itself has been, my experience, been very well received. It deals with a lot of issues that, shall we say, the changes that take place in people that we take for granted over time. And we all go through those changes as we get older. And of course, it's a lively course. I always make it an interactive course, a lot of questions, a lot of situations, and it's a lot of videos. We have 13 videos that we show concerning various areas of driving. Some very good areas, very good videos, real good examples of problems that people run into on the highway, especially nowadays with the elderly, with the newer cars. They're changing all the time with new laws and with new roadways. So there are certain problems that everybody getting older, still driving, has to deal with. That's the way the course is oriented.
And would you like to give out a phone number for
Yeah.
how to contact you, or?
My phone number is, I have it on the card, too. It's 815-609-1255. And my email is Joseph Martinek, JOSEPHMARTINEK, @sbcglobal.net.
And they can call here at City Hall. They can call the mayor's office, 815-741-5123. My
Right.
secretary, Maribel, can sign you up, and
Right.
we'll get the information to Joe then for the classes. And how many can attend?
We're limited to 30,
Okay.
yeah, because of the space here. This should work out well, though, for the TV set, so. Do
And you
you
said-
have,
Sir,
I'm
and you
sorry.
said any age?
Pardon?
Any age?
Yeah, as long as the person, it's, here again, I'm not sure that the person that's a young driver will get too much out of it, other than seeing the videos. However, anybody that's a licensed driver can attend. But all the things that we talked about are for people who say 55, 60 years old, and especially people who have been, the average so far in a class, we take a toll of, a summation of how many years of driving. It's typically they have a class with, I don't know, 1,100 years of driving experience. So people who have witnessed a lot in their times as driving can add a lot of discussion, a lot of situations that they've encountered to the class. So we make it interesting. Nobody sleeps for my classes. Here again, I have business cards here with my name on them, and also my phone number. If you'd like to pick one up, that's fine.
And we'll get it on the TV scroll, and we will put it on the website.
Great.
So we'll advertise everything we can from this end, and anything we can do to help out to get some people interested in taking the class.
Great.
Okay?
Thank you very much for your time.
All right, thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We also welcome a new business to the city of Crest Hill in the Hillcrest Shopping Center, 1701 North Larkin Avenue. It's La Chicanita Bakery. We have Maria Parra here this evening.
Yeah, and she'll have Nancy. She was supposed to.
Okay, Nancy, to the podium, please. I know we have a grand opening coming up on Friday this week.
We do.
Yes.
First of all, thank you so much for inviting us to be here today. So we've been open for about a month and a half or so. We're really excited to be here in the city of Crest Hill. We are a bakery, Mexican bakery. Again, we're located at 1701 North Larkin Avenue. We're really excited to be here. The city of Crest Hill has been very welcoming to us, right? And we have a variety of different things that we sell there, very delicious. I always said that I would never sell anything that I don't believe in, and it's something that I truly believe in. Everything that we have is super delicious. We sell cakes and for all occasions, breads of everything, special orders and everything as well. We have the grand opening on Friday, and all of you guys are welcome to come and join us. We're also going to be giving out different treats of what we're going to be selling throughout the whole year. We're open there 7 days a week as well, from 6 o'clock in the morning up until 9 o'clock in the evening. So again, 1701 North Larkin Avenue, and we'll be there to serve you guys. So we're really excited to be here.
Good. And I have not been in there yet. I look forward to Friday,
Yes.
but every time I've been by there, I've seen you have a large crowd inside all the time.
Yes, it's very, very
So
good.
business must be doing well.
It's doing really well, yes. We also brought some treats with us, some empanadas, so you guys can also try it out. Yes.
See, now they know.
I would like to say,
Sure.
Mayor, that I've been there. This young lady that, well, hi, how are you? Waited on me, and I highly recommend it.
Thank you so much.
They're gonna do very well over there. Good
Thank you.
business.
Thank you so much.
I was there over the weekend also with my boss, and I think we cleaned out quite a bit of stock. And took home probably 300 tamales between the two of us. That I still don't know what they taste like because my son ate every one of them. So I'll have to come back, but he said they were fabulous.
Oh, I'm so glad he liked
So,
them.
yes, and I brought your brochure to work today, and I shared it with all my employees at Newmark, and you're gonna get hit. They're all coming Friday. They're all coming to your grand opening. So
We'll be ready. We will be ready for them. Thank you so
everything
much.
was fabulous, though.
Yes,
And everybody
thank
was
you.
so friendly and nice in there, so
Yes,
thank
they
you.
are.
I'm glad.
Anybody
Good
else?
luck.
I haven't been there, but my wife stopped by over the weekend and brought some stuff home, and it was very good.
I'm so glad that you all enjoyed it. So again, we'll be there. Anytime you guys have a special event coming up, you can always count on us to be here too. Okay.
All right. Well, welcome to the city of Crest Hill. We hope you have a long and prosperous time with the city. Anything we can do to help promote your business, please let us know, and we'll see you on Friday.
We will. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I also just want to let you know, I stopped in there, and they do also have vegetarian sandwiches, which is great too, but I had the torta sandwich, and it is enough for 2 people. It is huge, so it was very good. It is a dieter's dream to walk in there, just to smell the bakery, but like I said, I mean, just very fast service, and everything was wonderful.
Thank you. We also have green juices. Yes.
Pardon?
We also have green juices.
Oh, I didn't try that.
Natural juices as well.
Well, the bakery looked a lot better than green juice would be.
Okay, thank you. Moving on with the agenda, our city administrator is on vacation today. She will be back tomorrow, so if you have any questions, please hold them off until tomorrow. Public Works Department, we have with us this evening Greg Cook. Good evening, Greg.
Thank you. Good evening. The agenda before you is the PCC Concrete Repair Award. This is the 2017-2018 PCC Concrete Repair. As we discussed at the work session, this is for concrete structures that were damaged during repair of water main, sewer, and storm sewer. The lowest bid was Austin Tyler, and staff is recommending moving forward with a contract with Austin Tyler for this project. I'll leave it open for any questions.
Mayor, I just noticed that there's a date that's wrong. The contract will expire on April 30th, 2017.
Yeah, it'll be 2018 at that contract. Before the contract is signed, we'll fix that date.
All right.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Motion would be in order. We did discuss this last week at the work session.
So move, Mayor.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderman Inman. Any other questions or comments?
You know, if I could just make that stipulation that we talked about at the work session, I'm not sure how we could word that, but we want to make sure that the sidewalk work is done appropriately.
Yeah, it'll be it's not just sidewalk, it's curb,
All
driveway
the repairs,
apron,
yeah.
sidewalk. Tony and myself are meeting with Austin Tyler before this contract gets, signed to go over those procedures. We will both follow up on all of their work and make sure there are no nails left and that everything is done to spec.
Very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Roll call, please.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Cola Di Pietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay.
Thank you. The next item is the hiring of the new Public Works laborer. As discussed at the May 22nd work session, we were requesting the approval to hire a replacement laborer in place of the Public Works employee who resigned in March of 2017. The city moved forward with the next qualified candidate, who is Mr. John Kemp, and he is here tonight. We have reviewed his background, and he has completed and passed the background check and physical. And at this time, we are requesting approval to move forward with the hiring of Mr. John Kemp with a start date of June 6th. Just a few words about John. He has a Class B CDL. He graduated from high school in Niles, Illinois. He went to Hillsborough Community College. He is a resident of Joliet, has 5 years of paving experience with Conti Paving. He also has 2 years of experience with DirecTV and 9 years of experience with Greenscape Landscaping. He also spent two years as a police officer in Gainesville and has had 17 years as a CTA mechanic. So we're very excited to bring forward John Kemp. He interviewed very well, and we think he'll be a great asset for the city of Crest Hill and the street department. So John, if you'd like to say a few words for us.
Motion first?
Sorry, Ray.
Presented.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments in regards to the hiring? Roll call, please.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Now, if you would have a few comments. Just to say a few words.
How about up to the podium, John?
I'd just like to thank everyone here for the opportunity to give me the employment, and I'd like to thank everyone in the process, all the time and effort they put in. And it was a long process, and a lot of people put a lot of hard work in. So I appreciate all that, and I appreciate, again, the opportunity to be an employee of the city of Crest Hill, and hope to see everyone around for a long time to come. Thank you again.
Welcome to the city. Wish you a prosperous and healthy future here for a long time with the city.
Yes.
And I have to ask though, what's the connection with Arizona Diamondbacks?
It's my wife Kelly, her brother lives out in Tucson.
Okay.
So every Christmas we get a lot of, he used to live in Scottsdale, so we used to get Arizona State gear, and then he moved to Tucson, now we get all U of A.
All right, at least you're not a Cub fan, that's good.
I'm not on the road, though.
Well, welcome, and from your experience, it's nice to see that not only will you be doing the work, but you'll be able to put it back and landscape it, and if anybody gets out of hand, you'll be able to cuff them. So you're well-rounded.
Thank you.
Any other comments?
Well, I just want to say welcome, and you're very tall because the TV screen was on you and you can't even fit in the screen. I had to adjust it. I didn't realize how tall you are.
Good luck, John.
Okay.
Nice resume, too.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoy your time working with us, and looking forward to working with you.
Yes, well, I look forward to working.
Congratulations, John.
Who knows?
Glad to have you aboard.
Welcome.
Okay, congratulations. Thank you. Good luck.
See you tomorrow. All right. Thanks.
Anything else, Greg?
That's it.
Any questions of Public Works? Okay, moving on to Community Development Department. Scott McMaster. Good evening, Scott.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have two agenda items this evening pertaining to the TIF ordinances we discussed at the work session. The first one is for the authorizing of an eligibility study for certain property on Weber Road to determine eligibility of the property for tax increment financing. And I will answer any questions pertaining to that one.
Any questions of Scott in regards to the ordinance? We did discuss this also last week at the work session.
The maps are also attached to these as well.
Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
We have motion by Alderwoman Gazal, seconded by Alderwoman Scolaire. Questions or comments in regards to the motion? Roll call, please.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Motion carries. Ordinance number is 1737.
Can I just ask one question about the exhibit pages
Sure.
on both of the items, not just this one? It says City of Crest Hill, and it says Diana Luke, but I thought did she not retire?
Yeah, we will have to change that. I I believe we'll be changing that to Ashley Motika.
Okay,
So,
well, just so it
thank you, I appreciate that, yeah.
changed to somebody who actually works there is good.
Yeah, absolutely. The next one is the authorizing of an eligibility study for certain property on Larkin Avenue and Plainfield Road to determine eligibility of the property for tax increment financing. And I'll answer any questions on that one as well.
Any questions in regards to the ordinance?
I
Just
guess
the same comment on the page.
there's also another typo and it looks like paragraph 4, it's Larking Avenue instead of Larkin. Just a spelling error.
We will make sure that those changes are corrected.
Oh, yeah,
Good catch.
good catch, Nate.
So I get paid the big bucks.
Okay, motion would be in
So
order.
moved as presented.
Second.
We have motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderman Colapidi DiPietro. Questions or comments in regards to the motion? Roll call, please.
Tom Imman?
Yes.
Nate Albert?
Yes.
Scott Dyke?
Yes.
John Burchett?
Yes.
Barbara Scoler?
Yes.
Claudia Gazal?
Yes.
Tina Oberlin?
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Motion carries. Ordinance number is 1738.
I just have a few comments to make this evening. Obviously, La Chicanita was here. We will be having their grand opening ribbon cutting ceremony this Friday at 10 a.m. At the property, so everybody is welcome to come out there and join us. We are also working with O'Reilly. They have not set a grand opening date yet, but we will be working with them to get a ribbon cutting ceremony out there as well. Once they have a grand opening day in mind, we will certainly coordinate with them to do a ribbon cutting ceremony there.
And they have been open for about 2 weeks.
They have been open for, 3 or 4 weeks now, so. And then just to thank Alderwoman Sclair, Alderman Marco Cola DiPietro, and Alderman Albert. I'll get it right, I promise you. Thank you for coming out to the Crest Hill Cat and Dog Clinic grand opening yesterday. It was a nice day for it. A lot of people showed up for their open house, so I think that's going to be another successful business here in the city. So thank you for coming out and doing that ribbon cutting as well. And then just a personal thank you to Maribel and Jean Serdar. A couple of weeks ago, our building clerk was out on vacation, and we were kind of scrambling to get things done. Maribel stepped up to the plate big time. Jan stepped up, and I just wanted to say thank you, Mayor, for allowing Maribel to be part of that, and then Jan to coming to the rescue during some lunch hours and a day that Maribel was off. So thank you very much, and that is it. I will answer any questions and comments.
And I will say that both O'Reilly's and the Dog and Cat Clinic are tremendous improvements to the city of Crest Hill. We welcome them into Crest Hill. The Dog and Cat Clinic, that building is just gorgeous. They really did a nice job with that. I believe from yesterday, there was 4 doctors there they had,
Yes,
I believe?
they have 4 doctors,
veterinarians.
20
They
employees.
offer, yeah, all sorts of services to be offered for the animals, and about 20 employees. So it was it was very nice yesterday. Anybody else? Comments, questions of Scott?
Scott, would the cat and dog clinic be allowed to put a sign on the rear of their building facing, the other part of Caton Farm when they're?
We can certainly look into that. I don't know what specific location they're looking at, but we can definitely talk with them and see if that's a possibility.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Moving on, Police Department, our Police Chief, Ed Clark. Good evening, Ed.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I got one thing on the agenda this evening. For our discussion during budget and 5-year plan, I'm just looking to move forward and purchase the 4 vehicles we spoke about in that plan for this year. Budget amounts $143,044.29, and we'll be well under that. Under that one. It's all
So
said and
moved as
done.
presented.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments in regards to the motion for the vehicle purchase?
Do you know just which ones you're gonna replace? Like what's on your activity report?
Yeah, I can go through and show you. They're 2 of our older Expeditions, the white ones you see driving around, and then there'll be 2 other squad cars we'll be replacing. So I'll show you which ones.
Roll call, please.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Marco Cole Pietro.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And just a couple announcements. We just recently made a promotion to sergeant. Investigator David Revis is going to be promoted effective June 11th, 2017. He's got 16 years, I believe, on the force. He's going to do a great job. So once we get the logistics of getting him out of investigations going, he'll start in patrol. I also have to thank a couple people. I know one's Lori Thrasher, the other one's Mr. Jim Brown. They volunteered and helped us during the Cop on a Rooftop. It was wet, rainy, and cold, but we had a lot of fun and enjoyed it. I thank everybody who stopped by and donated. It was a good time. We ended up donating just a little over $2,500 to Special Olympics of Illinois, so we did a pretty fair job considering the weather. It was a good time. That's all I have.
Any questions of Police Chief?
Thanks, Ed. That's really a great cause you guys raise money for every year. Very nice of you gentlemen to do that.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Ed. Moving on to the mayor's report, we have several agenda items. First order of business that we'd like to take care of, we will be celebrating the 75th anniversary of the Ladis tragedy this Saturday, June 10th. So you have before you a proclamation, and I would ask that Alderwoman Oberlin read the proclamation.
A proclamation commemorating the 75th anniversary of the tragedy at Ladis, Czechoslovakia. Whereas on June 10, 1942, the villagers of Ladis, Czechoslovakia were targeted by Nazi oppression, their families and their village destroyed, and any mention of Ladis removed from all maps. And whereas Dominic Romano, the developer of Stern Park Gardens subdivision, now a part of Crest Hill, renamed the area Ladis within days of the brutality by Nazi forces. And whereas the monument to the memory of Ladis and its citizens was erected and dedicated on July 12, 1942, with thousands in attendance, a parade, and presidential candidate Wendell Willkie giving the main address. And whereas only two such monuments commemorating the citizens of Ladis exist in the United States, in Phillips, Wisconsin, and Crest Hill, Illinois. And whereas an annual memorial program has been respectfully organized by the Czechoslovakian community and held at the monument on the Sunday nearest to June 10th, and whereas the city of Crest Hill and its citizens have faithfully maintained and preserved this monument, this garden, and the memory of Ladis for 75 years, and whereas the 75th anniversary of the Ladis massacre will be commemorated on June 10th, 2017, and the Czechoslovak American Congress will continue the tradition with a memorial ceremony at Crest Hill's Ladis Monument to honor those who have died as a result of the atrocities of Nazi oppression. And whereas the memory of the people of Ladis, Czechoslovakia, destroyed by barbarism but living forever in the hearts of all who love freedom, will persevere and represent the sentiment of the monument most clearly: Ladis lives. Now therefore, I, Raymond R. Solomon, Mayor of the City of Crest Hill, in the great state of Illinois, in recognition and remembrance of the 75th anniversary of the Ladis massacre, do hereby proclaim June 10th, 2017, to be observed as Ladis Memorial Day in the City of Crest Hill, and urge all of our residents to remember and memorialize those who perished. Lest we forget, truth shall prevail. Given under my hand and the corporate seal of the City of Crest Hill this 5th day of June, 2017, Raymond R. Solomon, Mayor, City of Crest Hill. So moved as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments in regards to the motion for the proclamation? Roll call, please.
Marco Cole Pietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Now that this proclamation has been passed, the presentation will be made during the ceremony on Saturday, June 10th, which I'm sure that Alderwoman Oberlin will explain more a little bit later in this during this meeting. You also, next on the agenda item, you have a request for a one-day liquor license from the American Italian Cultural Society for the waiver of a one-day liquor license for Saturday, June 24th, 2017 for the American Italian Appreciation Dinner. And we did discuss all the next three motions here with the American Italian Club at the work session last week. Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Verche, seconded by Alderwoman Oberlin for the waiver of the one-day liquor license fee for June 24th. Questions or comments in regards to the motion? Roll call.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Abstain.
Nate Albert.
Abstain.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, for their Festa Italiana, which will be held on Saturday, August 12th and Sunday, August 13th, I am requesting a two-day liquor license waiver fee for Saturday, August 12th, 2017, and for Sunday, August 13th, 2017, for their annual Festa Italiana picnic.
So
Motion would
moved
be in
as
order.
presented.
Second.
A motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments in regards to the waiver of the two-day liquor license fee? Roll call, please.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Abstain.
Nate Albert.
Abstain.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And the third request from the American Italian Cultural Society is for a road closure for the annual Festa Italiana Parade, which is held around noon on Sunday, August 13th, 2017, after the Catholic Mass, to open up the picnic for the day. We have done this for the last several years, offering our assistance with the police officer to lead the parade and also the road closures throughout the neighborhood. Motion would be in order.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Dyke, seconded by Alderwoman Sclair. Questions or comments in regards to the road closure? Roll call, please.
John Verche.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Abstain.
Nate Albert.
Abstain.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Excuse me. Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, thank you for all of those. You also have a agreement from Wormer Rogers, an agreement that we did speak about also last Monday night, or last Tuesday night at the work session for the audit engagement letter. Questions or comments?
No.
Motion would be in order.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderman Dyke. Any other questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And last on the agenda items would be the committee appointments, and due to the reorganization, the adding of the two new aldermen, Alderman Colo DiPietro and Alderman Albert. I am proposing the following restructuring of the committees and liaisons, and we did speak about this last Tuesday night at the work session also. The Beautification Committee would consist of Alderman Dyke and Alderman Verche. The Economic Development Committee would consist of Alderman Inman and Alderman Cola DiPietro. The Events Committee will consist of Alderwoman Oberlin and Alderman Albert. The Senior Advisory Committee will be consisting of Alderwoman Gazal and Alderwoman Sclair. The Veterans and Police Memorial Committee will be myself, and the Westcom Liaison will be myself also. I would ask for a motion.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderwoman Gazal, seconded by Alderman Inman. Questions or comments in regards to the committee appointments? Roll call, please.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, that is all the agenda items. There is some information in your packet. I just would like to make a comment on behalf of my wife Vicki and myself with the loss of my wife's mother last week, and my mother-in-law, Joan Siebert. It was a long 7.5-year struggle with dementia, but she's resting peacefully now. I would, on behalf of my wife and myself, certainly want to extend our gratitude and graciousness that everybody showed at City Hall here last week. It was very nice of everyone to show up and to offer their condolences, and we will always remember that. And just wanted to offer our thanks and gratitude to each and every one of you for your kind words and your thoughtfulness during a difficult time for our family. So thank you very much. I will open it up if anybody has any questions or comments for the mayor. I will try to answer them.
Mayor, did you want that sign waiver from American Italia because you didn't do a separate vote for that? Do you want that included in with the, did you have it listed separately?
Did I miss that?
Yes, you did.
All right, you know what, let's do a...
Do a separate-
Let's, how about a motion to waive all sign permits for the Festa Italiana?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderwoman Scolaire. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Tom Inman?
Yes.
Nate Albert?
Abstain.
Marco Colde Pietro?
Abstain.
Claudia Gazal?
Yes.
John Verche?
Yes.
Scott Dyke?
Yes.
Barbara Scolaire?
Yes.
Tina Oberlin?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, moving on to our city clerk's report. Our city clerk, Vicki Hackney. Good evening.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have a couple items on the agenda. The first is a request from Word of Life Church at 1500 Cedarwood Drive. They're requesting permission to close 1460 Pioneer Road to 1472 on June 17th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and a motion would be in order.
So moved as presented.
Second.
Before we have the motion, I would like, is Leon here?
Yes, sir.
If you give us a little background here
Absolutely, sir.
of what your plan is.
Well, sir, the first thing, thank you guys for allowing us to be here. We also got Patricia. She's also one of our members from the church that's also going to be spearheading the project as well. Our goal is to first initially to clean up that area. There's a lot of, in the back of it's a lot of trash, a lot of things. It's kind of dirty back there. What we want to do first is from 10 o'clock to 11, just have our guys do a thorough cleanup in the back of that area. After that, then we want to do like cook some hot dogs, invite the kids out, some jumpies, just kind of show them that we're here in the community also, not just provide spiritual guidance, also just do some stuff that's showing that we are in the community and I'll be able to reach out and do stuff for them as well.
Okay, so here's my concern.
Yes, sir.
And maybe this is only my concern, but my concern is you're asking for the road to be closed between 1460 and 1472 Pioneer Road. And you're going to have activities in the street, correct?
Well, the main side is going to, there's a big area across the street. We're going to put the jumpies and the bouncies on that side, so it's not going to be out in the street, actually.
Okay, so the road will remain open.
The well,
Yeah, really, we were looking at it, because we really don't have to block it off, because what we're going to put the jumpies at, so we can definitely keep it open, because that was one of my concerns.
Yeah, because I don't know if council took a look at this, but I mean, you're in the middle, you're there in the middle of a long stretch on Pioneer Road there. And it would be very difficult for people that are within that area that you wanted to have blocked off, what I thought, to get in and out. And it would also be very difficult to leave the bottom half of Pioneer Road open and the top half of Pioneer Road open and the middle section closed. That would be kind of a logistic nightmare, I would think, for people to kind of maneuver around there.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I live actually right at 1460, and then like where I live, like, if I may, can I go over here? Oh, can I go over here?
Sure.
Okay, so this is 1460, I believe this is 1472 or whatever. So this is our driveway, but we would block it off from here, and this is a double driveway, so we would block it off from the next driveway. So like, we would have no problem people accessing your house.
Right,
It's only for 2 hours, that's it.
Well, you have it from 10 to 3.
No, yeah,
I see
because
that.
we wouldn't have to necessarily block it off between 10 to 3, probably just like 12 to 2. And so, because that's like the initial like block party.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a little concerned. I'm gonna certainly ask the police chief for his
Yeah,
feeling on this, but
I'm all for it. I think it's a great idea. However, it is a long stretch. It's a higher density area there, a lot more apartments, a lot more people. My concern would be cars coming back and forth, how they're gonna get, people turning around and going through the parking lots to come out. It's gonna cause a little bit of a backup and a problem there. You also have residents in the buildings that may or may not be attending who need to
Yes,
get
sir.
in and out, and so you're gonna have that logistical issue there. Now, the building owners, the landlords, they're all aware of what's going on, or?
I know my landlord is, and then I'm sure he's gonna say something to the other landlords
Okay.
because he has access to them.
Yeah, because my suggestion is getting that permission from each building owner first before you start shutting down roads and then doing that. That would be my suggestion.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
all for having a community event, and I love what you're doing, but maybe we can kind of restructure. I can talk to you after the meeting if you'd like.
Sure, that'd be
Sit
great, sir.
down, we can kind of get something to, works a little bit better.
Yes, sir.
Would it be possible maybe to get like a barricade put up that says slow or something to just make people slow down through there that day?
Oh, sure, I mean,
Good idea, too.
absolutely, we can put whatever they
I
want
mean,
to
I
put
think
out there.
maybe if we, just so people are aware that there's activities going on, if we maybe had some,
I can talk to Public Works, I don't know if we have
No,
anything
slow-
like
Certainly,
that.
and, you know, we have plenty of barricades that we could supply.
so it's not blocked off, it's just directing people that there's children or activities going on and
There's plenty of ways to situate them so that
Right.
traffic can move through the street. We can have signage that's put up that says, closed to through traffic, something like that.
Yeah, typically with the block party, you
Yeah.
have just that, you have a block of residences, homes.
Right.
You have homes on either side, you have a smaller kind of congregation of people.
Yes, sir.
This is gonna be, has the potential for being very large. We also have, like I said, the logistics as far as the vehicles coming in, vehicles coming out, where they're gonna be going, ambulances, things of that sort, in case we need emergency services. So maybe that's something I can talk to you about
Yes,
after
sir.
the meeting and go that route.
Chief, how about barricading the northbound lane and leave the southbound lane open? Just barricade half the street.
Anytime we're gonna be barricading a road, I mean, that's a certain risk we take as well.
That's liability for us as a city, and I know this is not my word, but I'm looking at the map here. That's a long stretch. I'm not comfortable with it personally, but I'll leave it up to the aldermen.
Well, I'm just trying to understand, your church is on Cedarwood, but you're talking a street over, because the street
Right.
behind you is Rock Run.
Yes, sir.
It seems almost like Rock Run would be the easier street to close, because it's not such a long stretch.
Rock Run is, that side of the street is clean. It's pretty clean.
Yeah.
Oh,
The area we're trying to target are the ones on that backside where there's more, there's more.
And you know what, I give you credit for what you want to do, because it does need to be cleaned up back there.
Yes.
You know, to the alderman's request here, I mean, would it be possible if you did the cleanup and then you had the activities on the church parking lot? I mean, you got a humongous parking lot there at the church.
Yeah, one of the things we were trying to do is to bring people to us. Well, it's like outreach more or less. And so, because we're one block over, we want to go and reach guys where they're at, in their neighborhood, in their side, even though it's only a block, a street over.
Right.
But we want to reach them
Can you
there.
have signage, like one or two people take signage around and welcome people? I mean, that's what we do with our church on
Yes,
Route
ma'am.
59. There's no way we can block 59, and that's what
Right,
we usually, we
right.
stand there
Yeah.
with
You know,
signs.
seriously, that was one of my concerns. We kind of thought the idea, I said, well, you know what, because I was looking at the logistics of it as well. So it is, because it is a long street, so I thought, well, it's kind of through. And so the alternate idea was, if we did block the street off, just put it on, just off onto the property and not, really not block the street off at all. But we want to try that option first, but as a secondary backup, this was not to block the street.
Yeah, because, you know, Leon, that was, my other concern was, and I know that there's some buildings that you can go behind and then
Yes.
cut through to get back on the street, and there's others, once you go in, you basically have to turn around and come back out the same way.
Right.
You know, if you were gonna block off the middle portion of Pioneer Road, you could have individuals that were gonna go on either side, go behind the buildings, and then come out right to where I thought you wanted to be in the middle of the street to have, I mean, that's typically when a request comes before us for a road closure for a block party, it's the entire block, as the chief said. It makes it's easier to manipulate. Everybody on that block is usually invited to the party.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, you know, it makes it even easier. Everybody's aware of it and they watch the kids and everything else. But this is kind of, not everybody in the multi-families are gonna be invited to the party that you're
everybody
gonna
is,
have
yeah.
here. So it makes it a little bit difficult. I'm
Yes,
just
sir.
a little bit leery about blocking off a middle portion of a highly traveled street. That's
Completely
all.
understand, sir.
You know, even the short stretch of road on Bicentennial between Rock Run and Pioneer. You know, that's just a little bit, there's easier ways to get around it, and that might just do what you're kind of trying to
That's
do.
true, too.
Get the community involved on just a little,
I mean, Officer idea is definitely,
Yes.
well,
Any
even rock run
suggestions?
to Pioneer on Bicentennial,
Yeah.
just that short stretch, because then you can go around on rock run to Pioneer. Because I love the idea of what you're trying to do. This is
Now, are you
great.
set on this day, or is there a possibility we could bring it back to a work session here and then?
well, the date's pretty locked on, because we got the
Okay.
volunteers already set, at least through the cleanup part. The logistics of actually putting them, because we definitely open to, like, the moving location for safety, all the things you
Right.
guys are bringing up, because those are good valid points.
Yes.
So we definitely can, you know, logistically move that, but the other stuff we can do. So I'm definitely open,
So you're
chief.
proposing just to move off the street?
Yes.
And just allow it, then you can still have flyers or whatever, so that the community can still come.
Right.
That way, at least you still have that traffic going, but yeah, obviously, you gotta be careful and watch with the children.
Right.
Yeah.
That's,
Because again, the cars could go behind the building and start coming out towards Pioneer Road, too.
Right.
Right.
So,
do you want us to, we can maybe stop by if we?
Yes, and and plus after the meeting, we can sit and talk about, kind
Yeah.
of get a more visual idea of how it's going to look.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can talk to you after the meeting as well, and we can set something up.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we certainly don't want to see anybody get hurt, especially the young kids.
Right.
you
Absolutely.
know,
That's
and
top
that
priority.
We don't want that.
Yes, sir.
And especially as you crest the top of that hill is where 1460
Yeah.
is. So, you know, it's even more difficult for the car coming in and hitting the top of that hill, and then it would have to stop suddenly. So
Right.
it's,
Yes, sir.
okay, I know there was a motion and a second.
Well, I don't know how to proceed at this point. I mean, I want to help them, I want to do whatever we can. I agree with what you're saying about these particular roads. So, I mean, the part that you're cleaning up, you know, I agree with what the mayor said about let's do the cleanup and then move the actual party aspect of it over to your property. Is that feasible?
Well, the thing is, once we do the cleanup, the guys, another thing, we try and get the guys in the building as well to participate with us, to help clean up their, also their property. So, the idea was to do the project, do the festivity right there. Because after we got done, almost like a celebration of what we just accomplished right there on that side. So it was kind of a moot point to take them. We could just do it out of church, just invite people out. But we want to do that project first and do it everything, at least in that general area, not over there. You know, you see what I'm saying?
See, then, if that's the case, then I'd almost rather have the street closed that they're asking for. You know, as opposed to kids and events going on a busy street, at least then it'll be closed off.
Well, and you need the permission of the building owners to do any of this.
Right.
You know, without that,
Yeah.
this is a moot point, because if they say no, you can't have I mean, they have insurance issues and things as well. I think that you have to have a better grasp of, just for safety's sake.
Yes, ma'am.
Because what if the guy in one of the buildings says, no, you can't use my property?
But,
I have a suggestion, like, I mean, this is the police has to take that decision more than anyone. Chief, can you meet with them and they can come back to the next meeting? I mean, they don't need this
It's after the day.
can't already have the
26,
day
they
set.
need it, the next meeting's the 19th.
No, it's June 17th.
June
This
17th.
is the 17th.
Could we
So-
make that motion in second, depending on the comfort of the police
The
department?
police, or they can come to work session for,
Yeah, I wish this would have been brought to a work session. We could have discussed it a little bit more in depth, but I know that's why I was wondering if you could move it another week, and then we could have that
I know the
opportunity.
following week they said no.
yeah. But I think church it has a couple other events they got going on, holidays coming up, they have a couple other things, a lock-in, event there at the church. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
because as far as the dates, locking on, I would say we talk with the police chief to see what ideas they have. I think we probably can really do it, honestly, because, again, it was my idea too. When I looked at the logistics of it, blocking that street off, that main strip, but once we leave here and just get the permission of that owner, because we're only gonna put like 2 jumpers and then keep everybody off the street. That way, then they will be safe, because we won't, have anyone in the street at all. Our goal is not to be, I think, like you're saying, because everybody's concern is their safety, which is our concern as well, so it completely be off the street. The cleanup project is behind the building, so we're not in, no one will be out in the main street doing that part anyway, so we just transition the party completely out of the street, and we won't have any issues with safety for us smoking in the streets. I think that's probably the best thing, though. That's the
And the
option.
building that you want to do this on, do you have the permission of the owner?
Yes,
Yes.
and I can get it in writing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
You
the
say you have that
liability,
writing?
the liability is
Pardon me?
going to
Do
be
you
on
have that in
him.
writing?
No, I can, like, I can call them up tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, if that's what your request is, then there's not a need here to act on this to
Right,
get off the street.
yeah, because that way we want, because then, again, the main thing is the safety of the kids, so.
Right.
But
That's the main street.
I think you should still coordinate with our chief and
Definitely.
ask, you know, see his recommendations for maybe
Definitely.
any kind of signs for, you know, maybe just caution for the day or. And have the police maybe come out and visit if they'd like.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think that's always a nice thing to have police presence at these
Yeah.
kind of festivities.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
agree
That'd be
too.
excellent.
Yeah.
Maybe we could get some barricades for like by the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could certainly do
The
that.
signs
like
could
the,
say, you know,
I would suggest close it through traffic or something like that. Good option.
On the street?
We were just discussing that for the last
No,
10 minutes.
No, that's not, that's
No,
not.
barricades going by the sidewalk.
yeah.
Thanks, Greg.
He means from there, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
There's
just
no
some,
activity in the street, that is.
Right.
correct.
Yeah, but it
But, you
still
know, we
doesn't
could
hurt to
certainly,
have
we could
caution.
certainly
Right.
supply some barricades to the entrance to the building parking lot off of Pioneer Road.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And now behind there, I think you're gonna have to maybe get some of those orange cones or something and kind of put those up and just kind of, you know, warn people. But again, the liability is gonna be on you.
Yes, sir.
Or it's gonna be on the building owner.
Right.
So I would suggest that you see some kind of liability insurance before you want to proceed with this.
Okay.
What building is this going to be at, or planned to be?
Between 1460 and the next one, 1472, I believe.
Oh, okay, just those two on that side.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you could block that off, if you can block the back side and the front side of both of those buildings, and then put your jumpy houses on the grass, or it's probably going to be too hot on the blacktop for the day. So you're probably going to have to put it on the grass somewhere.
Right.
And then make sure you got enough adults there to keep the young kids from going into the street.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, we definitely do that.
Yeah, I'll definitely discuss it with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Hang on now, we did have a motion and a second. I'm gonna
I
ask
will
that you
rescind the motion.
rescind.
Same.
Okay, all right? Okay, very good. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, the second item I have is Autumn Ridge Homeowners Association would like permission to use council chambers for a meeting Thursday, June 22nd, from 6:30 to 9 p.m., and we did confirm there's no events that evening here. A motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderwoman Scler, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments in regards to the motion? Roll call, please.
Tina Oberlin?
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro?
Yes.
Nate Albert?
Yes.
Tom Inman?
Yes.
Scott Dyke?
Yes.
John Verche?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Claudia Gazal?
Yes.
And Barbara Schiller?
Yes.
Motion carries. I have no additional agenda items. The only thing I do have is a very happy birthday to our deputy clerk, Jan Serdar, today. We're 21 again, so we'll just move on from there.
Happy
Keep going to
birthday, Jan.
21.
Congratulations, sir.
Happy birthday, Jan, you're older than me.
They decorate like last year?
No. That's all I have this evening. Any questions, I'd be happy to
Well,
answer.
don't we have a shred day coming up?
Oh, I'm sorry, gosh, I totally forgot. I keep thinking there's another meeting. We do have a shred day, June 17th, reminder, at City Hall parking lot from 9 a.m. till 11 a.m. Bring your boxes to shred. We will have volunteers available to help you take it out of your car. And it's at City Hall parking lot, 1610 Plainfield Road. So look forward to
Compliments of?
I'm not finished.
Okay, I just don't want to forget.
Abe Katz with Hillcrest Shopping Center is sponsoring it this time. So thank you very much to him, and we appreciate it.
How many,
else?
2 or 3?
Pardon? You know what, I usually limit to 2 or 3, but if you have extra, we don't usually turn you away, so.
They'll charge you for the extras.
No, we'll make you take it out of your own car.
What size box are you talking about?
Just, paper-sized boxes. I mean, we can get all sizes, yeah. But I usually don't turn you away if you have an extra box, so. Okay, just don't come with the truckload. Any other questions, I'd be happy to answer. Thank you.
I'll give him my space, so he gets 6 boxes.
Okay, any other questions? All right, thanks, Beth.
Thank you, Mayor.
Moving on, City Treasurer's Report. Our Treasurer, Glenn Conklin. Good evening, Glenn.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I would like to report regular and overtime payroll from May 1st, 2017 through May 14th, 2017 in the amount of $194,754.42. And from May 15th, 2017 through May 28th, 2017 in the amount of $190,792.37. I do request approval of our list of bills in the amount of $548,183.95. Motion would be in order.
So moved as presented.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments in regards to the list of bills?
Yes, can I ask one question?
Sure.
I heard somewhere where there was a new bill passed, anybody elected in April, it's illegal to pay gas mileage now, gas mileage for their vehicles, the private vehicles. You gotta turn it off. Have you heard anything? Would you check into
For
that?
a mileage reimbursement?
Yes.
I can't see that happening. I mean,
Well, I don't know. I heard there was a bill passed on that, and they gotta cut that part out of it now. So before you pay that 50, you should check into that first then.
I'm seeking approval of a list of bills and the total amount. If there is an item that you choose to remove, we can remove that and then pass the list of bills with that
Yeah.
exception.
If you get a copy of it, I'd be glad to.
If you get a copy of it,
If I
I'd
get
be
a copy,
happy
I'll give it
to.
to you then. If you get a copy, I'd like to see it then myself.
Can you just pass it, and then if there is a reimbursement, that person will reimburse? Isn't that easier than going back and forth, back and forth?
It would be. I mean, I can't see
Exactly.
a law
So-
being made that would rescind the reimbursement of legitimate finance,
Not only
legitimate
that,
expenses.
don't you think they need to notify people?
Exactly. I don't think it's true, though. Personally.
Okay, we do have a motion and a second, correct?
Correct.
List of bills?
You have a motion by Tina Oberlin and a second by Claudia Gazal.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Marco Cole Pietro.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much. The only other item I have this evening is, as discussed at our last work session, we are requesting temporary help for the Finance Department.
And we did discuss this at the work session last Tuesday night also. Motion would be in order.
So moved. Second.
We have motion by Alderman Inman, seconded by Alderman Verche. Questions or comments in regards to the motion? Roll call, please.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Marco Cole Pietro.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
And John Verche.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you all very much. Are there any questions you have?
Any
Thank you.
questions
Good
of the
night.
city treasurer? Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you.
Okay. Moving on, unfinished business. We have nothing on the agenda. Anybody? New business. We have the final plat of subdivision for lot number 118 and Renaissance Crossing, Jarper Properties. You have the information in your packet. I will turn it over to our Economic Development Director, Scott McMaster, for some opening comments in regards to the request.
Thank you, Ray. Again, this is for the subdivision for Lot 118 at the Renaissance Crossing, the 14 duplexes that are going to be put up. And Thomas J. is here from Jarper Properties to answer any questions or comments that you may have.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, Mayor.
Please state your name for the record, please.
Thomas J. of Jarper Properties.
And just tell
Entertaining
us-
questions.
I know that you've been at work sessions with us on this issue. If you just want to give us a little generic.
Well, it's the first time I've been here that it isn't raining.
Yeah, you're right.
I hope that's a good sign.
Well, we had enough rain in April, so. Just give us a little background again, for generic.
It's 14 single-family unit duplexes, which is 2 attached. All on their own sewer, water. Detention was not required in this subdivision because it was in the original planned unit development of, what's my subdivision?
Zelza?
Renaissance Crossing.
Renaissance
That one, yeah,
Crossing.
Renaissance Crossing. And each unit, we hope, we will comply with the city's ordinance of repetition. That's what we have 2 models, and it depends on the sales on how they'll be joined. We have various elevations on the units, so we can vary them in not only color, but in look, with bay windows, brick and stone, different, different types of sidings.
You did, I just want to make sure I understood you correctly. You said 14 single family, but isn't it,
It's attached single-family duplex.
but what we would call, okay, 7, there's actually 7 buildings?
Correct.
Okay.
Any questions of Tom or of Scott?
Well, I would like to say I love the way all the construction and the buildings are looking there. You're doing an amazing job. It's a very an upper skill for that community. It looks good. I have no problem with that.
We are trying.
This is an hour
It
word.
doesn't, it does not pay to scrimp right now. The competition is just,
It's really tough,
it's tough out there.
yeah.
Okay, let me ask if there's anyone in the audience that would like to speak for or against the request of Jarper Properties for the final plat of subdivision of Lot 118 at Renaissance Crossing. You need to please come to the podium. State your name for the record. Your address is optional. Second time, if anybody would like to speak for or against the request of Jarper Properties for the final plat of subdivision for Lot 118 in Renaissance Crossing, please come to the podium. And for the third time, if anybody would like to speak for or against the request of Jarper Properties for the final plat of subdivision, Lot 118 in Renaissance Crossing, please come to the podium, state your name for the record, your address is optional. Let the record show that there is no one speaking for or against the request. You have before you a request for the final plat of subdivision for Lot 118 in Renaissance Crossing. The request of Jarper Properties, motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
We have motion.
But you know what,
Make a comment.
yeah, I was trying to say something earlier. I just want to say that I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great improvement to have something finally there. And I'm so glad that it's going to be more upscale so that it's, you know, it's going to look real nice over there. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you.
All right, we do have a motion by Alderwoman Gazal, seconded by Alderwoman Sclair. Any other questions or comments in regards to the motion for the approval? Roll call, please.
Nate Albert?
Yes.
Tom Inman?
Yes.
Marco Pietro?
Yes.
Tina Oberlin?
Yes.
John Verche?
Yes.
Scott Dyke?
Yes.
Claudia Gazal?
Yes.
Barbara Scoler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, congratulations, Tom. I know it's been several,
And staff, it's been a pleasure working with you and your commission.
thank you. And I know
Appreciate it.
it's been several work sessions that we had in regards to this. We've come a long way. And I think it's going to be a tremendous improvement and asset to the city. They have some new homes there.
We certainly hope so.
And that in the subdivision along Division Street. So welcome to the city of Crest Hill and get those bulldozers moving.
Is this where I throw my hat in the air? Thank you all.
Thank
All right,
you.
thank you. Okay. That was the only agenda item under new business, unless anybody else has anything else. Committee liaison reports, anybody?
Yes. As we stated earlier, this Saturday, June 10th, at the Ladis Memorial Park in Crest Hill, we'll be having the 75th annual memorial tribute to the decimation of that town in Czechoslovakia. And this is very important on so many different levels. Not only is this, we were the first one to do one of these. Phillips, Wisconsin followed us. But for a developer in our little community at that time to be so thoughtful about fighting this type of oppression and massacre in the world, that he was moved to do this, and he did it in our city. I think it's truly amazing, and it's our little gem, and I think it goes underappreciated and underknown, and I really would beg everyone to please try to attend this one. I got word today that they're still working on the mayor of Prague showing up. They're trying to coordinate her schedule, I was told, so she could attend. I don't know yet if she will be there. I'm hoping that that would happen. Following the ceremony, we'll of course have the usual light refreshments, and along with some little, I guess, finger sandwiches and things brought by some of the gentlemen up in Berwyn and Cicero. Then they're going to have a showing of the film Ladis at Cinemark Theaters at Louis Joliet Mall, which is going to start somewhere in between 1:45 and 2, and the tickets are $10 each, and you can purchase those in advance online at www.eventbrite.com, and the event name, of course, is Ladis, or you can call 708-442-4444. I was also told they would have some at the park. They're not allowed to sell them at the theater, but they will have some tickets also at the park, depending on how many are left over. This, of course, is very near and dear to me. I grew up right across the street from this park, and my whole childhood, every year, I would toddle on over there and watch this, and it's extremely close to me personally, even though I'm not a Czechoslovakian citizen. They have adopted me, they told me. But I mean, to have this in our community and to see what it stands for, and to actually think about, what it stands for. We have so many of our civil rights that we feel are being threatened every day, and things going on in our country out of our control. Now more than ever, I think it's important that we look at something like this and honor it and appreciate it for what it is. So I urge everyone to please stop by and attend this Saturday, 11 a.m., June 10th at Ladis Park. Thank you.
Anybody else for committees or liaisons? I will go on behalf of the Veterans and Police Memorial Committee. We had our ceremony here last Monday, May 29th, where we memorialized our veterans who have passed away, and also our police officers that were killed in the line of duty. I believe it was a very solemn and respectful program that we put on. I would certainly like to thank everybody that attended. We had a very large crowd, about 200 people were in attendance this year. I would also like to thank all the participants, especially our guest speaker, Dan Sizek, a Vietnam veteran from the United States Marine Corps, Crest Hill resident, gave a very heartfelt speech and offered some personal stories in regards to his time in Vietnam. Anna Mae Lukancic, our soloist, Frankfurt Brass Band, Pastor Kim Reeby from Lutheran Church, and everybody else that participated in this ceremony. Also there were several members of City Council that were present there, and to all the volunteers of the committee that come and help maintain that garden, that offer their time and talents on a volunteer basis to make the garden look the way that it does. So it's a combination of a lot of people doing a lot of hard work for the love of the city and for the love of the veterans and for the love of our police officers. So I certainly want to extend my heartfelt thanks to each and every one of them for the time that they give throughout the year to make that garden look the way that it does. So I believe that we did have a very respectful program for our veterans and our police officers. We thank them for their service and their dedication. We thank them for their sacrifice that they made, that we can enjoy the freedoms that we have today. Anybody else? Yes, Congressman Lipinski was there also, thank you. And he's been very good. He's been showing up for about the last 5 years now, so he's on a busy and tight schedule also. Anybody else? Committees, liaisons?
Yeah, Mayor, if I could just make one comment.
Sure.
I'd like to thank Alderwoman Oberlin, sorry, Tina, for coordinating the 75th anniversary of the Ladis. I know it's been passionate to her, being a neighbor of the memorial there, so thank you for your hard work, Tina, and I do look forward to working with you on the
And
events
can I-
committee.
You can bake too
I can bake.
for the event. That'll be nice, since you're now.
It's my initiation.
Yeah, it is. You and Marco.
Okay, council comments. These are positive council comments. Anything you'd like to share with the constituents? Anybody want to go first?
I'll go.
Alderman Inman, Ward 4.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to welcome our new employee, John Kemp. We wish him well. That was quite a resume he has there. And I would also like to encourage everybody, all the residents, to attend the Ladis Memorial on Saturday. I was broken in that thing early in my career here, and it really is a worthwhile thing, and Tina does a great job, and really it is a very, very big part of our history, and it's something that everybody should be familiar with. So come on out and spend the day, and believe me, at the end of the day, you'll be glad you did. Thank you, Mayor.
Alderman Albert?
Yeah, I wanted to also make note about the Memorial Day program. I also thought it went really nice. I love to see the representation from the police department. I think it looks real powerful when you have all the policemen standing there in front of the memorial. So thanks for coming out. That's it. Thank you.
Ward 3, Alderman Cola DiPietro.
Just congratulations to Sergeant Rivas for having the promotion. Condolences to the Seeley family. Again, welcome to John Kemp as well. And I'd like to just invite everybody to the Ladis Memorial also. I was unaware until I looked it up, and I urge everybody to read up on that. It was a horrific massacre. Everybody knows about the Holocaust, but I don't believe they realize that the Nazis just leveled that town. So, come out and support that. And also welcome to the La Chicanita Bakery, and not just because they brought sweets for us.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about those.
Alderwoman Overland.
Well, these gentlemen have pretty much summed it all up, so I'll just echo what they've all said. Mr. Kemp, Mr. Rivas, congratulations to the police officers on another great fundraiser. The mayor on another Memorial Day. I had to work that day, so I did not get to attend this year, although I've been here every other year. And I just once again want to say, please, you can go to the website to get tickets, and you can also read about this wonderful film that is going to actually explain in a personal way about what happened, and I think it'll be very interesting. I'm looking forward to it myself. So thank you all again.
Ward 2, Alderwoman Gazal.
Well, I'll just echo what everyone that says on my left, but I would like to add congrats to all grads. Today was Richard's last day of school. Yay. That's the whining start. We're bored. There's one thing that I would like to bring to all the resident attention. Please, please, please stop on the stop signs now that the kids are out. When I'm standing at the bus corner with the kids, I am just amazed how many people don't even stop. I mean, they see the kids standing on the corner, they still don't care. And now the kids are gonna be out on the street, on their bike, and please save a life. Stop on the stop sign, only takes a couple seconds. Thank you.
Alderwoman Schlatt.
Well, I would just like to echo everything everybody said here, and then also to add, with the weather getting warmer outside, don't leave your pets in the car. It only takes a few moments.
And your kids.
Well, children, yes, of course, children.
Kids can hang.
Yes.
There was a...
Yeah. Thank you.
Ward 1, Alderman Verche.
I'd like to congratulate the promotion of the new sergeant and the new city employee. Congratulations, both of them.
Alderman Dyke.
I'll just agree with what everybody said. I don't think I can add anything to that. I don't think there's anything that's been missed, so I just agree with everybody.
Scott, you just start protesting. They need to start with you for change.
No, I like being at the last, you know, I don't have to come up with anything.
Yeah.
I agree. It's easy.
All right, public comment. Anybody would like to address city council, need to come to the podium, state your name for the record. Your address is optional. Joe?
I'd just like to personally thank Mayor Solomon from the Veterans Committee of Caroline Lakes for all the work and effort he's put in and all his involvement with the Veterans Committee. He comes out to all our events, he's always a strong supporter, and we really appreciate all the time and effort you put in helping to make our committee work, so thank you.
Thank you. I'm an honorary member right now.
Great.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else? All right, there is not a need for an executive session.
Motion to adjourn, Mayor.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Dyke, seconded by Alderman Verche for an adjournment. Roll call, please.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Margaret Colder DePietro.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Barbara Scolaire.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Okay, meeting is
Motion
adjourned
carries.
meeting is adjourned at 8:16 PM. Thank you and good evening.
Good evening.
I was just going to do this to be approved.